Hello there, this is Retro Spirits Garden, and this is F355 Challenge Passione Rossa on the Sega Dreamcast. And this is the Dreamcast logo with the orange dot. So this is a NTSC Dreamcast, and I'm using a action replay to play a PAL game on a Japanese Dreamcast. What crazy times we live in. I don't understand how that works. But anyway, this game is a simulation type game. A simulation of driving a Ferrari F355. Not something I've ever done in real life, so I don't know how the simulation matches up. But what I can tell you is, if it's as hard as the game in real life, anybody who's ever bought one of these cars is now dead. Wrapped around a tree, in a ditch, off the side of a cliff. They have died in a fireball. Because this car is the craziest controlling car ever invented. Here we have an intro where we're looking at a house built out of ready brick and custard. I think that's supposed to be Ferrari HQ. And it's got the word Ferrari on it, which gives it away. We've got some rock music. Lovely. We have a shiny Ferrari with a cube map type reflection on it, which is lovely. Ooh, wheel spin. Got traction control in this game, you should have turned it on. We have in-game racing. Oh, lovely. Look at this. It's all camera angles and cars. Jostling for position. Good looking game for a Dreamcast. High-res, well-detailed model of a Ferrari. And we've got brake lights that work. Oh, what will they think of next? Driver's hands, that's what they'll think of. Got some horrible music. This was an arcade game, converted from the arcade, and the arcade machine had 3 screens, from what I remember, plus a large cockpit. The Dreamcast game is a single screen game, although you can play it in widescreen if you like. And we're gonna just jump in with novice here. Did I mention this game is balls hard? Yeah, that's why you've got training, and you've got driving, and then you've got race. But if you put it on novice mode, you can at least make the car go in a straight line without immediately skidding off and wrecking a £1 million car. So let's give this a go. During the race you can turn off all the assists if you want to, and at the moment on novice it auto brakes for you as well, so when you get to a corner it'll brake at an appropriate point, probably not the optimum point. Here we go. So we have got horrible rock music again. Oh, I just snipped out the slipstream there and went straight onto the gravel. How annoying. Yeah, as you can see, for a Dreamcast game of a certain vintage, it's not bad looking, is it? Can't argue with that. This game also came out on the PS2, probably looked a bit better on the PS2. Probably, I don't know, better frame rate maybe. Probably lower res with more horrible interlaced graphics. Texture res probably not as good. Maybe a bit of lighting change, don't know, I haven't got the PS2 version, can't tell. This music is annoying. Suzuka's got a big wheel and a roller coaster. Lovely. Yeah, so you don't really notice any pop-up on this. There's a little bit of lodding I've noticed, but other than that, the presentation graphically is pretty damn sweet. Like I said, the music is fairly annoying. But what we have here is a car which is very slidey. So you can get this car bent out of shape quite quickly, and it's actually quite satisfying to power slide it. I don't mind that so much. But this being a driving simulator, it's all about picking the right gear, entering the corners properly at the apex, all that nonsense that you like in Formula 1 racing, you'll find in here, and which makes it less knockabout and a bit more po-faced, which is either to your taste or it isn't. Some nice VFX there. I haven't played this game for many years, and I've bought it recently for £12 and do you know what, on novice mode it's quite fun. I mean, the barrier to entry is fairly low. You start playing with all the traction control and stability controls turned off, you're in a world of pain, mate. I mean, it's hard. It's like, I'm going to use the Cockney Geezer scale, which is something I haven't used for a while. Danny Dyer being at the bottom, Craze being at the top. This game is like craze hard. It's so difficult. It doesn't bear any relation to driving a real car, but then I've never driven a Ferrari, so a Ferrari might control like this, and if they do, they are death traps. Absolute death traps. I mean, I've got a Mini and it doesn't control like this in real life. If it did, if all cars controlled like this, no one would drive them. They just, what would be the point? You might as well just jump into a mincer. But anyway, yeah, that's if you turn all the traction controls off. You get manual gears as well, and they're mapped pretty oddly, actually, on the joypad to start off with. But at least you've got to accelerate on the old trigger. Lovely. Yeah, so a fairly cheap game, a fairly unforgiving game. There's only one car in the game, which is the Ferrari. It's a nice, highly detailed model. You see them with different liveries as you're playing, and you've got loads of tracks. And I haven't got them all unlocked because, like I said, I only bought this game recently. And I remember playing it back in the day, and I had many more tracks. Yeah, see, those are greyed out ones. Long Beach was always a favourite of mine, so let's play that for the first time in 20 years. Am I going to turn all the assists off? What's the point? I'm not going to be able to complete a lap with none of the assists. This will be frustrating for me, and probably you, as I no doubt barrel into multiple corners at ridiculous speeds. Ooh, got a different time of day. Forgot that. Yeah, you get different times of day as well. Yeah, sometimes I play this game and it's remember it's at daytime. I don't know. Do we get nighttime versions of tracks? Can't remember. Anyway, again, Dreamcast pumping out some lovely polygons here. It's all nicely detailed. We've got no rock music this time. We only had rock music on Suzuka. Maybe that was the Suzuka theme tune. I've overcooked that slightly. Yeah, the crashes aren't particularly realistic in this game. There's no car damage, as far as I can see. Maybe Ferrari didn't want their cars looking knackered as you pummel them into barriers. But other than that, it's tidy looking. I would say that, along with Hard Driving, if everybody remembers that game, this is like a non-representation of what it's like to drive an actual car, to be fair. And Hard Driving suffered from the same issues where a real car was nowhere near as hard to drive as the game version. Which is weird, isn't it? But I guess we're not dealing with, in everyday life, speeds of up to 200 miles per hour, but I don't think Hard Driving was even that fast. So, yeah, someone who's driven a Ferrari will be able to tell me whether this game is accurate or not. Hopefully they've survived the crash that they had, and they can tell me in the comments about all the near misses they had, and decapitation, that sort of thing that they nearly had driving these monstrous cars on the UK roads with all our speed bumps and narrowness. Those rumble strips aren't particularly well detailed, but we'll forgive it that. It's a Dreamcast, isn't it? So yeah, good looking game. What's the PS2 version like, eh? Don't know. Probably better, isn't it? Probably more, more polys or something, I don't know. Probably a little bit better lighting. Probably a bit more jaggy. Yeah, don't know. Anyway, for £12, I remember this game being good back in the day, and just trying to get back into it here. It's bloody hard, but it might be rewarding to actually learn to drive this car. So, yeah, I think it's worth 12 quid. It's worth 12 quid, even as just a graphic showcase. I think there's a split screen in this as well. I think you can play 2-player split screen. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? You and your mate kind of just careering off the road at every corner, drifting across grass and hitting a concrete wall like that. Yeah, I imagine that's hilarious in 2-player. Anyway, watch the end of the video, please. Enjoy my ineffectual racing. I think I try Monza, which is a death trap for someone like me who has no skill. And good day to you. Ta-ra!
Congratulations! Waiting for your next challenge. Game over.
Your selection.
Race start. final lap. Congratulations. Waiting for your next challenge.